Keziah Dawn, and this is the official coverage of the PRP GTR Festival USA. After 9 years in Australia, the event has made its way to the United States of America. In this first episode, we're taking an overview look of the event, meeting some of our special guests and showcasing some of the best GTRs the US and the world has to offer.
The very first PRP GTR festival in the USA was held at Texas Motorplex, 30 minutes south of Dallas, and was a smash hit. Total attendance was over 7,500 for 3 days, coming from 49 states, including Alaska and Hawaii, and nearly 20 countries, from the Caribbean to Canada, Asia to the Middle East, and Europe to Australia. A truly international gathering of GTR fans. There was over 70 vendors and sponsors in a massive vendor alley. There was approximately 550 cars entered from across North America, Canada, Japan and Australia, including the world's quickest and fastest GTRs. And there was a huge lineup of special guests, including T-Pain, Hurt, Hiroshi Tamura, Mickey from Throttle, Adam LZ, Sakamoto, Dancin' Dan Rue, Steve's POV, Trev from Motion Auto, Kyle from 1320 Video, Tommy Efye, Javier from TRC, Gary King Jr., Tukes from Street Alpha Podcast, Vehicle Virgins, and more.
Once I get done with all the pictures and all the stuff that everybody wants me to do, then I'll be able to go see the drag strip and just walk around and see some cool GTRs.
And we have the world's quickest here. Are you keen to check that one out?
I'm so keen to check that out. That's like kind of that's the headliner for me. Everybody's crowded around me. I'm ready to see that GTR.
The event was a true festival with so much to see and do. On track, there was roll racing and drag racing across multiple categories, from fun runs to the most powerful GTRs on the planet. We even saw a Nismo 400R go down the drag strip, which is something no one thought they would ever see happen due to the $2 million value on the car. R35s and V10s battled it out in DCT class. We saw some true street RH9 GTRs come out to play. There was a 2JZ versus RB versus VR38 competition, and the headline act was Pro Street GTR, where the world's quickest Skyline GTR, Robert Margin's Jun 2 from Croydon Race and Developments in Australia, was competing against the world's quickest R35 GTR, George Dodworth's Night Fury from T1 Race Developments. We have full coverage of the roll racing and drag racing coming in a future coverage video. Off track, there was more action in the Pennzoil Motorsport Arena with the drifting exhibition and passenger rides run by Texas Drift Academy. Spectators were in for a special treat when T-Pain turned up and things got pretty wild. Vendor Alley was massive, stretching from behind the tower to past the grandstands. It was pretty much the same length as a quarter-mile drag strip. It showcased the latest and greatest GTR performance parts, tuning shops, demo cars, cars for sale, merchandise, and this is Texas, so we had some guns on display too. There was a car meet, show and shine, elite car show, kids rides, and a kangaroo. That's right, a kangaroo. All of which we are covering in the first episode of the PRP GTR Festival USA #1.
We're here with Hiroshi Tamura, considered the godfather of GTRs. Hiroshi, tell us, what have you been experiencing here in the United States?
Very happy to contact with all of the GTR or JDM fans. Video game Gran Turismo, the Fast and Furious type. Marketing standpoint, such as supporting access or the expansion for the GTR fan.
Well, thank you so much for being able to be here and amongst the cars. You're such a pinnacle part of this GTR festival here in the United States.
You are very welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Wouldn't be the same without you. Enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm here with Dan Rue. Now, Dan, you have your own GTR here, but how are you enjoying the festival?
It's a great festival. So, the number one question is, how is this compared to Australia? And to be honest, considering this is the first one here in America, respectfully when I say this, not as many people, but it's still a lot of people. And there's thousands and thousands of people here. So for me, I love this because it's like Australia doing what they do best and bringing it to America and showing love, the GTR love, all across the world. It's awesome.
This is the Garage Zero Show and Shine, a chance for car enthusiasts to show off their pride and joy and get a prime car spot to enjoy the event. And while there's plenty of action on track and around the grounds, it wouldn't be a family fun day out without something for the little ones. This is the best of the best, the elite section sponsored by HKS, and this weekend it's been home to some of the most unique and prestigious GTRs that have travelled here from around the globe.
The elite area saw some incredible cars. The Greddy S-Rock R33 GTR and the HKS T002 demo cars. These were iconic JDM demo cars from the 90s, and seeing one, let alone both, is pretty special. And we thank Jordan and Jake for bringing the cars to the event to share with the GTR community. Jordan had the T002 rebuilt in Japan by HKS, while Jake had the car restored in the USA just in time for GTR Festival. I personally had this car on my wall as a teenager, so had to give it the Motive Video Choice Award. Another big draw card in the elite area was the Fast and Furious tribute cars we had, headlined by Throttle's wild R34 that they recently debuted at SEMA.
We're here with Mickey Andrade from Throttle. Now, Mickey, this is so exciting because this is the first time the GTR Festival has come here to the United States.
Yep.
What are you loving so much about it?
Well, I've been to GTR Festival in Australia twice, and it is so exciting to have the event happening here in America, on our shores for once, and I don't have to travel for 18 hours to get there, which is awesome. And it's cool to see all of these GTRs that are from around the country in one place, because I see them online. I live in a skyline world, so I see all these people posting these, but to see them all here in one venue is so cool and exciting. See all the different ways to mod them and all the different parts available. It's so cool.
Now this is really cool because you've got Throttle's R34 here, the one that was unveiled at SEMA. Talk us through the build. Where can people see it as well?
Yeah, so this is a really special project for us. We've been known to do Too Fast, Too Furious and other Fast and Furious recreations or tributes, we like to call them, because we put a modern spin or touch on these cars that basically makes them like a modern version of what you would have seen in the movie had it been made today. So this is a really special one. We were allowed to use the PRP new race crate engine, which is the first of its kind. That's super exciting to me. And we got to do a lot of things in this car that we've never done before, like a 2-speed power glide for drag racing and a lot of other items as well. So I'm excited to actually get this car finished up. It's not 100% yet. We're not racing this weekend, but we do have some things to do when it gets back to California. And then we can start doing some testing. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, 2025 is gonna be a big year. I think you're gonna see us at the track a lot more often. We do all these epic builds and they end up sitting in our workshop because we have nowhere to drive them in California. So leaning into the racing thing. I think you're going to see us out at the racetrack a lot more in 2025, potentially at grid lives and time attacks, a lot of drag racing events. So we're going to get these cars out. Favorite takeaway from this so far has been the people. I'm familiar with most of the folks here as far as the GTR owners because I'm involved in them so heavily, and I meet a lot of people online, which is great about the socials and stuff. But to get everybody under one roof, so to speak, and have them all in one venue is super cool. And to see everybody sharing knowledge and what they've done to their GTRs is just so neat to me. I love it. I live this stuff, and it just makes me happy to see everybody getting along.
Like the Australian event, we had a new build unveil area. There may have only been one car unveiled, but wow, what a car it was to be the very first unveil in the USA. Our judges for the event were Tommy Effier, Cardo GTR, who is originally from Texas, and Andrew Hannison from Legendary Garage in Australia, who also brought over his 400 N1, which has been earning global recognition while in the USA. Tim from Machina Magica also gave out a Choice Award as part of his continuing sponsorship and support of the show and shine at GTR Festival.
Machina Magica is a GTR specialist restoration workshop, and we do full bare metal nut and bolt restos that include everything, so mechanical, electrical, body paint, the entire car. So it's a one-stop shop for GTR restorations, and we've been in business for 10 years. The car that I've chosen for the Machina Magica Choice Award is this HKS built one behind it. Built it up over a long time. He's put a lot of effort and work in, and it's really tidy. So overall as a package, interior, engine bay, exterior of the car, it's just really well put together, and it's someone who wants to keep the car, and that's someone I can appreciate and definitely deserves an award. Yeah. The GTR Festival in the US is definitely going to gain momentum in the years to come. This for a first event is an absolutely incredible turnout. The amount of sponsorship involved is incredible, and I think it's only going to go from strength to strength as an event.
Let's take a look at what cars took home the awards in the Nismo Meet and Garage S0 Show and Shine for 2024.
I'm here with Jose Gonzalez, the outright winner for the Best in Show. Jose, this is a beautiful R33,
Thank you.
Tell us about the vision and the build.
Well, originally we got this car in from Japan, pure virgin car. And then I started to follow Mr. Sakamoto and see what he was doing with the wide body. And I decided, well, this is what I want to do. I want to have the first wide body in the US. And then we just started off with the process, you know. We stripped down the car, repainted, get the wide body kit molded. Then we started off with the motor work. We went with a 28 billet with a PPG billet sequential. Power Tune Australia came on board and they helped us out with the whole process. Did the whole interior with Alcantara. E3 Customs, they went through the car and did 100% Alcantara. AL113 customized the wheels. The roller face, they did the big brakes, and here we are. We was able to get this car here in enough time to the first GTL festival, and we're proud to have this car standing where it's at and did what it did.
It's absolutely beautiful. Where are you from? Tell us your bit of your background.
So we're from Miami, Florida. That's what we're based out of. We're Puerto Ricans. So,
a lot of GTR fans are.
You know, we're a bit of Latin, and you know, this is our favorite thing to do.
Maybe you can bring it down under for the GTR Festival in Sydney.
Well, you know, we spoke to Andrew, spoke to Power Tune Australia, and we have that in mind, as well as Sakamoto would like to get this car to Japan. So, you know, we got a lot to think about and things to prepare for.
There is a lot on offer. Well, congratulations. Enjoy this ring. These are the champion rings from the GTR Festival USA. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And I just want to give a shout out to my son. He's a big part of the, you know, the push, and you know he's helped me along the way with this whole build as well.
Here with Herman Uriola from Platinum Racing Products. Herman, you got on board with Andrew and the entire GTR Festival team 3 years ago, but what keeps you coming back and what's made you come all the way to America?
The last 3 years we've been like a supporting major sponsor, and we've just gone out of our way to really help and get involved and get workshops to go and sponsor cars and just make a bigger deal of it. And that's worked really well. So we can't fathom life without it. We just love the event. So yeah, we're going to be part of it every year, and we're going to keep pushing as hard as we can, and seeing all that beautiful parts on all the cars is awesome and heartwarming. And yeah, we just want to be right in the thick of it all the time.
And when Andrew told you he wanted to bring this to America, what did you first think?
I think we were at TX2K together and we sort of looked at each other and I reckon this would work. It started to come together after that, and then as soon as Andrew got a date for the track and all this sort of thing happened, we knew it was on, and then we started pushing. So yeah, awesome.
And seeing the turnout and talking to fans around the track over the weekend, are you happy with how it turned out?
Awesome, it's been great. I mean, I've been signing autographs, you know, that's wild. In Australia, no one looks at me twice. I'm just the dude with the funny shorts. So, yeah, it's been really good. The turnout's been amazing. I had so many workshops from all over, even Canada, all over America, Florida, come and support the event, and even guys that aren't specific to the RB, you know, like Ryan Summit Racing and Larry with Drag International. 6-second cars, and they've been putting on a show, so it's great. Obviously, June and the Croydon team coming out to support the event from Australia. I mean, we've got heaps of 6-second cars and records getting broken in the 35 class with the 640 today. So it's awesome. I love the racing. I love the people around it. Everyone's so nice and happy and just wanting to be here. And they're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some were even here Thursday. It's just been awesome.
And obviously you've got your own stand, you've got cars with your parts in it, but have you had a standout favourite feature across the weekend?
Oh, look, the throttle car as a roll-on from SEMA, and it's just awesome to see it. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it racing. It was so close. Mickey and the guys put so much effort in, but I only built that engine like 5 weeks ago. So to see it here is pretty awesome. I love the car. It's a beautiful build. We're going to be back for sure next year. It's going to be bigger and better.
Done. Thank you so much for being part of it. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
In our next episode of coverage, we'll take a closer look at the vendors, demo cars and parts on display, as well as the Pennzoil Motorsport Arena. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out.